Hey everybody, Kevin here from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today YouTube channel, and today we are going to be answering the question, why do people love Black Veil Brides? So about a month ago, I did a video answering the question, why do people dislike Black Veil Brides? And I did get some reception on it in the comments here on YouTube. I have the YouTube comment right here from a fan that said, hey, maybe you should try a video of why do people love Black Veil Brides? And I thought, check back in March. Well, it's a month later, it's March, and we're going to answer the question, why do people love Black Veil Brides? I took a look at why people dislike the band and if those reasons are really warranted. I said about 33% of the reasons of what we looked at were warranted, and that mostly was based off of music taste and preference. Now I'm going to jump into the reasons on why people love Black Veil Brides so much. So if you are a fan of Black Veil Brides, some of these reasons will come as no surprise. Actually, most of them will probably come as no surprise. For those of you that really don't like the band or really don't know about the band, here's your chance to see why people, including myself, really like the band. So let's get on with it. So one of the main reasons why I see people love Black Veil Brides, including myself as well, is the fact that they're able to jump between many different subgenres of rock and metal. As we go through the list of all of their albums and take a look at, what they did, you can see that they've jumped through different subgenres of metal like glam metal, heavy metal, metalcore, and then hard rock with glam rock, just hard rock, maybe some emo rock in there. And you can see that they've jumped in between each one and, in my opinion, have done it with relative success, and it just sounds good. In the band's first outing, We Stitch These Wounds, they had a metalcore vibe with a little bit of influence of gothic rock in there. So what I mean by that is you could hear the hard and fast-paced guitars and drums, and the timing on the songs was a little bit faster paced than what you would normally hear. Plus, the throat screaming from Andy Biersack was there in many of the verse on these songs. If you listen to We Stitch These Wounds and Knives and Pens, that's what you're going to be looking at. Their second release, Set the World on Fire, was a lot more glam rock and glam metal. Think 1980s hair metal, like Motley Crue, Poison. They really took a hard rock style and made it more glam rock, metal rock. You're going to have, some faster paced songs, but it's not going to be as hard, and those throat screams aren't going to be there. There's going to be more of Andy Biersack just singing. If you listen to songs like Set the World on Fire, Rebel Love Song, and Fallen Angel, you're going to hear it there as well. Wretched and Divine, that really goes with more of that gothic rock and emo rock style, where you're going to have a little bit slower, a little bit more melodic, and just kind of more singing, a lot less screaming. If you listen to songs like In the End, that's where you're really going to hear it, and especially with that project, because it was more of like a movie than anything. If you go to their fourth release, which was Black Veil Brides, it was a reverse of We Stitch These Wounds, so it was a lot more gothic rock than metalcore, but it had some of that influence in there, so it was a lot deeper of a sound, a lot darker, and also a little bit slower, but it had those metalcore influences in there. If you listen to Hearts on Fire, that's going to be the song that really amplifies how this went. Their most recent release in 2018, Veil, now this is a pure hard rock album through and through. It has all the makings of a hard rock song with harder guitars, a little bit faster paced drum beat than a normal rock or emo rock would, and Andy Biersack's voice just really plays off well in here. My Vow, Veil, I mean, these are just songs that are going to really put it out there and just show you that this band can do hard rock as well. From what I got from looking at these albums and looking at how they've jumped between different subgenres of rock and metal, it seems like their core sound is glam metal and hard rock, but that's one of the reasons why people really like this band, is because they have an ability to jump through many different subgenres and still create really good music. There are a lot of bands that try and do this, and a lot of them fail at it. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of bands that try, but it seems like Black Veil Brides, in my opinion at least, has jumped between these with relative ease and with some success. Maybe a little bit less on certain ones, like when they did their self-titled album Black Veil Brides, than they did with, Set the World on Fire. But that's just what happens. I still think they have that core sound that really puts it out there, and they have a good sound. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the reasons why I like this band, and many other of the fans out there also do. Another major reason why people really like this band, and also a reason why people really dislike this band, so it's kind of a polarity thing, is their frontman Andy Biersack and his very unique voice. Now, I went in my previous video talking about why people really dislike it on our Instagram live videos. Yeah, I've seen people say, I really don't like him because of his voice. I've seen people say, yeah, I really like him because of his voice. Me, I'm in that echelon of, yeah, I like him because his voice is unique. I don't think he's in that top tier of vocalists who have this incredibly unique voice that it is never going to be replicated again. And these are guys I'm talking about. I'm talking about, yes, Freddie Mercury from Queen. Yes, I'm throwing him in there. I'm talking about Chester Bennington and David Draymond of Disturbed. You get those guys, you're never going to recreate something like that. However, I think Andy Biersack fits in that just second tier where it's, you have a very unique voice, but it's just not as prominent as that top tier. So I'm talking about guys like M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold, Tim McElrath from Rise Against, and I think this is where Andy Biersack fits in as well. When I was talking earlier about musical styles, saying, the band can jump between different subgenres of rock and metal, Andy Biersack's voice can do that as well because of how unique it is. He can do those throat screams for heavy metal and metalcore, as we saw on the We Stitch These Wounds album. Now, he can do a lot more with his normal singing voice that fits in with that glam rock and glam metal style that we saw in Set the World on Fire, along with that gothic style, because it is a little bit darker and deeper than most other voices. Now, when he does hard rock like he did on their Veil album, yeah, it really promotes it very well and mixes well with that hard rock genre, in a sense. I'm not going to lie. But when I look at his voice, I was trying to pinpoint where it fits in, and it sounds like he has a voice that could do a lot of different things, like pop, punk, hard rock. He can do metal. He can do metalcore. He can do all these things, gothic rock, gothic metal, glam rock, glam metal. He can also sounds like it has a little bit of mix of a country vibe to it, country twang to it, which is, again, unique and interesting. I know there's a lot of people that really don't like it, but for its uniqueness and how well it plays in those subgenres of the music that Black Veil Brides creates, that is one of the reasons why people really, really, really like this band, and it's another reason why I'm in on this band as well. So the reason why I really believe that Black Veil Brides is a great band and is very well loved by its fans is how it inspires those fans in multiple different ways. You take a look at the band's persona and how they look. They really put out this, we're here, this is us, get used to it, especially by their look. Earlier in their careers, they had this heavy makeup and black look. And I'm talking about just black, like black leather, black clothes, the whole shebang. And they kind of looked like Kiss did back in the 70s. Lately, they've gone more away from makeup, and they've gone closer to, a 80s style with, again, a lot of black leather, a lot of black clothing, not really heavy on the makeup, no makeup at all, really. And they kind of look like, like a Motley Crue would have back in the day. But another reason with their persona, it kind of comes off with this, we don't care what you think about us, this is us vibe, and you're going to have to deal with it one way or another because we're not afraid to be us. And that's why a lot of the fans love it, because it gives the fans inspiration and gives the fans courage to not be afraid of what society's going to tell them to be. It's going to give them courage to be, this is me, I am confident in who I am. This is something that Black Veil Brides really puts out with in just their look and actually in their actions as well. Like with, we're just going to be ourselves. We don't really care about what you think, and I absolutely love it as well. So another way that the band really inspires its fans and makes their fans really love them is through the meanings behind their songs. In Fallen Angels off the Set the World on Fire album, they really put out that persona of, this is us. We're not going to let society dictate who we are because we are ourselves. We're not going to be put into a box because we are unique individuals, and we are going to put it out that way. And that's something that I totally am into and I agree with. If you listen to a song like In the End, it really makes you think about taking an audit on your life at that point and kind of taking a look and seeing how far you've come, how far you can still go, and how much of an impact you've had not only on your life, which is going to be total, but the impact you have created on others' lives as well. So it's a really more of a reflective song. If you go to Knives and Pens, this one is very into depression and, knives, cutting yourself, pens, writing, suicide notes maybe. I'm not saying that's, what they should do, but they put that song out there because I know people that have done that, and it really kind of puts that experience in a song form for people to understand a little bit more. So it's for those who have done it, it's something that they can relate to. For those who have not had to do that or never done that, it's something to help relate to people who have done it. One of the other big ones is My Vow, which came off of Veil, because it shows the band opening up to its fans a little bit more, especially Andy Biersack, because My Vow was really something that showed off of he's fighting his alcoholism and was getting rid of it, and this was the vow of saying, sometimes we go through some stuff, and sometimes it really puts us down and kind of just changes who we are, but we got to make the vow to make sure that we are who we are, and we are going to be the best version of ourselves that we want to be. And that's kind of where the vow comes in. When it comes to fans, you can really get behind that kind of a song, and you can really use it as your own personal mantra. There are a lot of songs that Black Veil Brides have that you can use as your personal mantra. I use Rebel Love Song as one of mine as well. I put it on when I work out. It pumps me up. It's just when I look at it, it kind of just really gets into my core. So when you have songs like that, that's why fans really do love that. Now, I do get that there are a lot of other bands and their fans really connect with their songs the same way, but it seems like Black Veil Brides, with their real core fans, they kind of get in there a little bit deeper than most other bands. Now, I'm not knocking on most other bands, but I'm just going to say it in comparison from what I've seen from fans. I think Black Veil Brides just kind of gets in there just a little bit deeper. Overall, when it comes to the band really inspiring the people that really love the band, they have two major things that they do. One, they're giving out these songs that you can listen to the message and these people can really relate to, including myself. So it's something, you're going to be really inspired by that to be able to, talk about your experiences because your band that you really love is doing that as well. Secondly, because of that, we don't care what you think, we're going to be ourselves attitude. That gives a lot of fans the courage to be themselves when there might be in a situation where they're not going to be themselves. If you're a high schooler and you listen to the band and people think of you as weird, this band's going to give you the courage to be like, yeah, this is the band I like. Deal with it because that's me. And if you don't like me, then we got 2 words for you. Suck it! Yeah, I just did a DX reference there. What now? But that, again, that's just me being me, and that's one thing the band has also done for me as well. Makes me think, this is me, and I do not care if anyone knows about it. So it gives people a confidence to be themselves, and that's one thing you really got to applaud the band for because that's one thing that the core fans and those hardcore fans I'm talking about really resonate with the band well. In the end, I think the core reason why people really like Black Veil Brides is because Black Veil Brides gives the fans the confidence to be themselves and not care about A, what society thinks they should do, and B, what other people think they should do. Instead of putting them in a box, let them be themselves. Now, I have bands that really do that for me as well. Bands like, of course, Rise Against, Hollywood Undead, Disturbed, 30 Seconds to Mars, Linkin Park, that really make me know that this is me and I don't care if anyone knows about it because this is who I am. You're going to have to deal with it anyway. And if you don't like it, 2 words for you. Suck it. That's just where I'm going with that. So there's a lot of people that are the big fans out there that I think that's really what brings them in. For a person like me, what really brings them in is their song style and their musical style. The ability to jump between all these different subgenres of rock and metal and really have a good, consistent sound when you jump through all those subgenres. It's something that, again, you're not going to really find in music that's done and done well. There are bands that do it well. There's bands that don't do it well. Black Veil Brides is one of those that does it well, and that's why I really like the band. Again, core fans, I think it's because it makes them feel empowered to be who they are and not care about what anybody else thinks. For me, I love the music through and through, so you're kind of getting a double dose of why people really like the band, because you can kind of put them into those 2 categories. In the end, though, people really like this band. I like this band. There are people that don't like this band, and I totally understand that. However, if you're kind of on the fence on this band, you can look at this video and say, now I know why people like this band. You can look at the other one and say, now I know why people dislike this band. But I think you should, of course, give them a shot if you haven't, and if you love them, keep on listening to them. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you for watching the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today YouTube video answering the question, why do so many people love Black Veil Brides? If you think I did a good job, give me that like button. If you think, oh, I did a bad job, give me that dislike button. But also, put in the comments what you think about the video. I am more than happy to hear, especially you Black Veil Brides fans, what I did here and if I was correct or not. And if not, let's talk about it. Seriously, let's talk about it. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please do that. You can hit that subscribe button and also then hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we put out a video. We do put out videos every single Wednesday, sometimes a special one here and there, but then you'll be notified. If you're not following us on our social media accounts, what are you guys doing? We've got our Facebook page where we put out, all your Song of the Day stuff. Our Twitter account, which we talk to you guys on and say, what do you guys think of this, that. Our Instagram account where we do that. We post Song of the Day. We have a lot of fun on there, and we connect with you guys more on that one as well. So follow, subscribe, whatever. Just follow them, and let's have some fun together. Lastly, we do have our most important thing is our Alexa skill, which is all built off of it. It is our My Song a Day, Rock 2000 Today Alexa skill. So if you have an Amazon Alexa and you are not subscribed to it or have it enabled on your device, go do that right now. You can do that two ways. You can click the link in the description below, which has also all our social media pages on there, but click the Amazon Alexa skill link and then it'll take you right there. You have to click enable skill and then boom, it's on your Alexa skill set. Or you can say, hey Alexa, add My Song of the Day, Rock 2000 to Today Alexa skill, and then it's enabled on your device. Then you can just say, hey Alexa, play My Song of the Day, and boom, the song of the day that we've chosen will play. You'll get a 5-second intro from me, the day, the date, the day of the week, what song it is, the artist, and the song will play its entirety. And once it's over, boom, it's over. You can say, hey Alexa, play My Song of the Day, and you can play it again for 24 hours. And then once that 24-hour time period is up, you can say it again, and a whole new song will play. We're going to give you the same song every single, the same song every single day, but we're going to give you a new song every single day. But you can listen to it as many times as you want in that day. So if you really want to listen to it 5 times a day, yeah, go for it. If you want to listen to it once a day, go for it. If you want to listen to it 0 times a day, I'd rather have you listen to it once though. But if you're not enable that skill on your Alexa device, please go do that because it'll help me out a lot, and I want to thank you for that as well. Also, we have a podcast called Chord Progression. I got a link in the description below for that as well on iTunes and on Spotify, so go check us out there. We talk more music, and we'll give you guys a chance to call in and talk music with me. So head over to our Instagram page, Twitter, Facebook, and then just, send us a message if you want to be on there, because I'll look and we'll try and set something up. Again, there might be more than I can handle, but then, I'll just pick and choose randomly, of course. So if you want to be a part of our podcast, let us know on our social media pages. And if you want to listen, click the links in the description below for iTunes and Spotify. Alrighty, that's a lot, but that's it for me. Thank you for watching the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today video on why people love Black Veil Brides. I'm Kevin, and I end these videos all the same with, see ya!